I gotta have more cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell. Explore the space. Explore the space. Explore the space.
Come on guys, let's get creative.
I gotta have more cowbell.
Let's get creative.
I gotta have more cowbell.
Let's get creative.
Hello, this is NDS83, and today we're gonna do something different. Today we are going to be creative.
Let's get creative.
In my new series that may only have 2 parts, but still a series, where we learn about being creative. More concretely, in this episode, how to scan an image. Yes. Now, the image we are going to scan is a picture drawn by Dr. D. He's been in many of my previous videos, and you've seen many of his drawings before. But it has occurred to me that many people don't understand the basics of scanning, which has been a problem sometimes. So here you see the scanner. I'm going to teach you the very basics first. Yes, this is an Epson scanner, as you may see. Now I'm opening up the top lock and then I am showing you now how the paper is going to be put image down on the glass surface. Yes. And then you close it. So here we are. We're gonna scan the picture. And I've started up Epson scanner, and this is a basic scanner program, software, app, whatever you want to call it. And will probably be a lot similar to Canon scanners. Any kind of scanner out there will have probably most likely the same features. You may just have to look a little bit for them. And I will now teach you how to scan and have a good enough result for a professional. Yes, let's say professional. Yes, that sounds nice. Okay, so now we're in Epson scanner software or app or program, whatever you want to call it, and as you can see, we are in full auto mode. Now, full auto mode is for the very simple people who don't want to learn anything. They just want to have their family photos, press a button, have the file on the computer, done. But we are not going to use that, and there's nothing to learn actually. It's just scan and then it scans. Now, home mode is for the person who still want just pictures for the family photo album on their computer, but wants a little bit more choices. But you and I, are gonna learn professional mode. Cause professional mode gives us all the options we want. Now, and you can have the option of customizing scans, so you don't have to do the same presets over and over again. But we're not gonna focus on that, because every picture is different, and very rarely do you actually need this. Okay, now what we're first gonna do is we're gonna press this little button here called Preview. Preview. Now what does that do? That's right, it gives us a preview of the picture. So let's pick that up. Scanner is warming up. Yes, that's fine and dandy. Now I can hear the scanner starting to moan and groan. That means that it's scanning the picture. Doing a pre-scan if you like. Okay, so document type reflective. Okay, we don't have the option of choosing film, so what That's okay. Document, table, yes. And it's a photo, not a document. Now here you have 24-bit color, and every choice you make will slightly alter this picture as well, because this will give you an estimate of how the picture will look like. Color smoothing, yes. 8-bit grayscale, we already saw that, but let's see it again. Again, you have to look here, and then you have black and white. Yes, this seems to be the best solution. Not. So let's go for black or 8-bit grayscale. Why do we choose 8-bit grayscale? Because it is a black and white picture. So right now we don't need any colors. In fact, colors will be distracting. Okay. Resolution. Now there are plenty of different resolutions, and I actually once got an image about 100 megabytes big, which we're also drawing like this, and that's too big. So we're gonna choose 300 for now. I think that will do. And then we have all kinds of options here, but it's just a distraction right now. And then trimming on off. Yes, no need for trimming. And then what we are now gonna do is make a selection. Now let's say we had a picture of a family album picture here, then that will probably be around here, right? So you have to choose a frame around the picture or the part of the picture you're going to scan. So you don't scan this complete A4 imagery every time you need to make a scan. But we are not going to do that. We are going to, let's just delete it, much simpler. We're going to make this here, I guess, yes. Now, this will be the area of interest, the place we are going to scan. Now we're going to do some adjustments. Adjustments here makes less work later. So what we have is the current auto exposure, but we're not satisfied with exposure. So what we're going to go here to histogram adjustments. Now this is a graphical representation of the white and blackness in the picture, if you like. This will look very different from a photo to a black and white drawing to a painting. This will be different. The more color, the more light, it will look different. But usually when it's a black and white picture, most of the color or most of the graph will be to the, like you do see here, it's just this part. There is no other, there's no red and blue and green and other colors, and they will be represented here. It's just black and white, and that makes it a very easy way to learn to use the histogram. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw this to here, yes, and then we're gonna draw this here. Now what you see is that the whiteness, when you use the right square, not square, but you know what this is called. The picture becomes lighter, whereas when you choose this one, the picture becomes darker. You see that? We're gonna try and do this, I think. Yes. Doesn't that sound nice? Doesn't it look nice? I think so. I'm gonna close. Next part is this one, which is tone correction. But these are just different ways of giving you the options to choose from. Darken, for instance, will darken the picture, and then you can just visually adjust like this. Doesn't this look great? Yes, it's exactly what we're going for. No, of course not. But it will just give you more options to choose from. But the more adjustments you do, the easier it is to distort it. Thank God we have reset. And then it goes back to how it was. Here we go again. We can adjust brightness, contrast, and color balance, which is of no interest right now. Yes. Now let's scan it and see how it becomes, how it turns out. We're gonna call it Dr. Dre drawing of me, and we're gonna make sure it's number 1. And then we're gonna press OK. And this is how it will look like, the finished result. Let's zoom in to see. Is it perfect? No. In fact, I would actually go back and do a little rescan, I think, because there's a bit too much noise here, I think. Here you see that this is because I have not pulled the left arrow or pyramid or whatever to the right enough. I think I'm gonna adjust it in Photoshop or something in my later Let's Be Creative Part 2, where we learn about Photoshop, the basics of Photoshop. This was the basics of scanning. And if you look here, let's see now, you will see that the file size is 1.8 megabytes, and I think that's a good file size to start working on. Not 100 and not 25 and not 300 megabytes. That's too big. You don't need that size. Okay, I hope you learned something, and if you haven't, that's great. That makes you a winner. Bye bye. See you later in another Let's Be Creative.
Let's get creative.
On computers. Yes. Bye.